Good afternoon, I'm Shawn.
And I'm Quintin Pastrana.
You are now in the loop. We go on a short break for now, but when we return, with the government pursuing all sorts of ways to solve both congestion in the air and on land, a boutique aviation firm is already making its move to expand capacity. And the government is in talks with Mexico for better trade deals. The details when we return. Back to traffic, congestion, and transport. We have a JICA study pegging the cost of Metro Manila traffic at 2.4 billion pesos per day. And the losses could hit as much as 6 billion pesos by 2030. But for a boutique aviation company, road congestion presents a unique growth opportunity. We welcome Thierry Tea, CEO of PhilJets. Hi, Thierry. Thanks for coming on the show. You were just quoted by 2 newspapers saying that your goal this year for 2017 is a 60% increase in your revenue. That is to 150 million from last year's 94 million pesos. But they also quoted you saying that revenue forecast would be a challenge for the company to effectively sustain operations and be profitable at the same time. How do you maintain this balance, or what's your plan for 2017?
So good afternoon, Shawn. Thank you very much for allowing us to be here today. It's an honor. So basically, PhilJets, since the beginning of our inception in 2013, we always wanted to grow business aviation in the Philippines. Why? Because the business aviation is a portion of the aviation sector that aim to develop, that can enable business to be developed more. And so for us, we need to grow. We need to, if we don't grow, we will go down. Why? Because we constantly need to invest in training for our pilot, for our technician. Safety is the major factor in aviation. And in order to get more training, we need to grow our business. And for that, we need to look for a new area of development. So going to
and this is all organic growth.
Exactly, right. All organic growth.
Okay. However, you did say, of course, you have to invest a lot. Well, we all know how much these machines cost. Yeah, they're not cheap. So you actually are expecting the delivery of a Bombardier Challenger in the first quarter of the year and purchasing a Cessna Citation XLS this year as well. On top of that, in last quarter, you did purchase 2 new Airbus H130 helicopters, and you have more choppers coming in the latter part of the year. Why did you diversify into jets, and why are you still maintaining your bullishness or your optimism on helicopters?
Actually, we mainly lease, we don't purchase.
Oh, okay.
Our business model is that we don't own the asset, so that we don't impact on our bottom line too much. So basically, the leasing is very common in business aviation worldwide, in the US, even in China now. So basically, as far as we are growing, we need to develop this aspect. And why we are going to the jets? Simply because Manila, the Philippines, is growing 7% per year in GDP, and there are more and more investors coming. More and more potentials, and we need to cater to this market. Why? Because we need to bring these people in the Philippines rather than them going to Thailand, Malaysia, or Indonesia, which are today much advanced compared to the Philippines in terms of business aviation. So we need to go into jets to cater this market and not only having the helicopters.
All right. Give me an idea of how far we are lagging behind the aviation businesses in Malaysia, Indonesia, and Thailand, for example.
So just to give you a rough order of magnitude, in the US, you have about 10,000 business jets in the market and 10,000 helicopters on the market. In the Philippines, you have about 200 helicopters in the market and about less than 100 business jets in the Philippines. In Indonesia, you have more than 200 helicopters and more than 200 business jets as well. So, and Thailand is growing more than 3 times a year. China is growing more than 4 times a year. Philippines is stagnating. So we are very happy to see that there's plans for new airports from the big groups in the Philippines. For the general aviation, we really need to find the place where we will be. That's one thing. So
yes, we have been talking airports all
exactly.
morning.
So either it will be in Sangli or it will be in Bulacan or Clark. We hope it will be soon, but we are making our plans and we need to diversify our bases as well. So we need to be more in Cebu, in Davao, and being able to cater to business investment that will come in the Philippines.
All right. So just really quickly before I let you go, you are the perfect person to ask this. Are your books reflecting the Duterte administration's rural development push? Meaning, are you seeing more flights? I know that 30% of your revenues come from tourists and
Yes.
about 70% come from businessmen.
Yeah, so basically, since the beginning, we want to project the image of a high aviation standard in the Philippines. This is really crucial. I know that the tendency is to cater to the local market, which we do, but we also need to look at the tourists and look at the foreign investors. Because again, we are not competing among each other in the Philippines. Even if I'm French Cambodian, we decided to invest in the Philippines because the Filipinos are really great people, and they have managed to grow, our employees have managed to grow PhilJets to what we are today. From 2 people, we are now more than 50 people, and we will have more than 10 aircraft. So this, we want the investors and the tourists to know that they can come and fly safely in the Philippines, and if not, they will just go to Phuket, they will just go to Kuala Lumpur. And so we want to support the Duterte administration to be able to grow in Davao and Cebu and in Mindanao.
Looks like perfect timing for your niche. Congratulations, Philip Tea,
Thank
for
you.
your grand plans for 2017. I hope it comes true and that we'll see you back
Thank
here.
you. It's the 70th year anniversary of Philippine-France friendship. So this year, we really have to make a big push for PhilJets, for France and for the Philippines. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
That's it for us today, Friday, the 17th of February, 2017. I'm Shawn.
Follow us on Twitter and Facebook at Bloomberg TV Philippines. I'm Quinton Pastrana.
And I'm JP Ong. Thanks for watching, and have a great weekend.